And coming to you today from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here on the west side of the 15, just checking out this new Allegiant Stadium. Man, this thing is quite a sight. Around back, you can see where they take the entire field out from inside the stadium and like wheel it outside so it can get light. Pretty interesting. Today we're going to be checking out a cool little mining ghost town not too far from Las Vegas. The town of Nelson, Nevada. This is a town I've scouted out one previous time in the past. Just kind of drove through when I was near Vegas, but I've been wanting to really explore it more in depth. There's a mine out there. There's like a really cool river view. Of course, the little ghost town of Nelson itself. And there's plenty of room for camping and boondocking out there too. So, got the van. We're gonna camp out there for a night. Hopefully enjoy some really good views and some real nice peace and quiet. This is supposed to be like a dark sky viewing area. You know, throw that in with a cool ghost town, and we're gonna have a good time. Let's check it out. Yeah, here we are in the ghost town of Nelson, Nevada. I just made it too. Sun's just setting. I got about a half hour of light left, but checked in at the store and he said it was cool to roam around and check out some of these sites. This guy's got a bunch of cool stuff here. All these antique cars, old barns, and a lot of just very old, antiquated, cool things to look at. Boy, I really timed this well. Like I said, the sun just set where I'm at, but still cascading down onto all those layers of mountains into that valley over there. The mountains here surrounding Nelson are really beautiful. A lot of cool old mining equipment and just all manner of antique cars. Even a few old planes or possible plane wrecks. I wonder how in the world those ended up here. Appears to be family owned. I was talking to the gentleman inside. He was saying his daughter gives tours and stuff during the day. It's pretty close to close, so they're not going right now, but pretty cool little family run thing out here. Antique stuff galore. Old Coke signs and everything. They do it up. Oh, that goes up there. Here is what I guess you could call the main building here. This is where you go in and pay your entry fee and such. Quite reasonable, I will say. Looks like an old mine up there on that hill. Got some mining remnants scattered about it. Here we got an old church of some kind, complete with some little bench pews. Oh, and an organ. Nice, even some stained glass. These weird looking little birds running around through here in this little cacti patch. Man, these things are quite intimidating. Ooh, those are sharp. Awfully scenic place, this Nelson. Certainly fair to say I came on the right day here. This appear to be shooting some kind of photo shoot here. Has something to do with lingerie, apparently. I'm not sure the rules on filming people who are filming models, but suffice it to say there's some eye candy going on in Nelson today. Came on the right day. Man, so many cool old cars here. A lot of like buses and old, I don't know, milk trucks, bread trucks. I'm not sure what these were originally for, but they are very old and got that nice patina going for sure. Here's where a lot of the mining stuff looks to have once been stored, and you can see the actual entrance to the mines back there. Though it does look to be off limits, at least to me. Man, there is so many cool old cars here. I can't even describe. Look at this thing. This is a tank. Just those tires. Man, how tall these things are. Just this tire. You're up to my chest. Good. Another cool bus conversion, double-decker kind of thing. And then look at this. That is just amalgamation of everything. That is a Volkswagen bus for sure. The top part welded in is the roof of a Volkswagen Bug, but the whole thing is a trailer. It's only got one axle. Started as 3 cars and now it's one trailer. Pretty cool what the inside looks like. All pretty stripped down. A lot of room in there though. Plus you can stand because of the Bug roof. A more traditional Volkswagen bus. Even this not running, worth a pretty penny. This one's got a chopped top on there, super low roof. Not an easy job. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen so many big old double-decker style buses. I mean, that's got to be custom. That just, the wind shadow that would create, it's too impractical. Beautiful place. Nelson Ghost Town. Man, the way those mountains light up in the sun, especially here from our shaded viewpoint, really just amazing. Alright, now we're making our way over to a nearby mine. It's called the Jubilee Mine, Jollibee Mine. It's probably not Jollibee. Jubilee Mine. Anywho, looks like I gotta hike up to it, but it is pretty close to the road, so let's check it out. Might be creepy. There is the ghost town we just visited off in the distance. Over here, next to all this graffiti, which is a bit of a shame, is the Jubilee Mine. Let's check it out. Oh, that goes down there. Goodness. Man, this is huge. It goes way down there. Man, that's steep down too. I mean, just that has got to be 30-40 feet high, and then down to ground level, and then hundreds of feet down that goes. And it is a steep descent down into here. I am no mountain climber. A hard pass on that one. A lot of graffiti. Who comes out here that much just to spray paint? A little suspect. But just might stay on our toes tonight. We'll say the moon is quite full and bright tonight, so at least light won't be a problem. So one of the coolest things about this area is if you go past Nelson, keep heading east about 10 more miles, it ends at this amazing viewpoint. It's a great vista here, just overlooking the Colorado River, which in my opinion alone is worth driving out here. You don't get too many unobstructed views like this where there is no sign of civilization as far as you can see. Throw in a little Google Map image here so you can kind of see the idea of the road and how it just ends right here at the river. But yeah, nice little vista here. There's a couple other people up here. One guy was telling me there's some night fishing that goes on here, so I think I should be good to pass the night, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we're back on the road, now a couple hours south of Vegas, about to pass through the town of Laughlin, Nevada. So today we're working our way down from Las Vegas area, down into kind of northern Arizona areas. We're actually heading to an old mining town called Oatman, former Route 66 town with a lot of cool history, and been trying to find a good spot to pull off and kind of check out the river, but boy, first couple places I stopped were quite ghetto. Laughlin's not the prettiest town, so decided not to film too much there, but had myself a nice little day use area. There's kids playing, so not too bad. The river runs right through it. There's all manner of industry based around that, water sports and, you know, jet skis and kayaking, whatever people do on the water. And then they got their little strip right over here, just on the Nevada side, very bottom corner of Nevada, right where it meets up with California and Arizona. But they got a Harrah's, they got you know, a couple old-timey casinos. There's a big one that's shaped like a boat called the Colorado Bell. I don't know if I'm able to get a good view of that one from where we stand here, but it is kind of a cool little site, actually. I've been on it once when I was a kid, but boy, this place looks a lot different under the veneer of a 10-year-old's innocence. Good God. It's, I mean, not like Vegas is, you know, the nicest town, but good God, Laughlin is far more depressing. This place is, eh. But anywho, it's just a stop. Just kind of wanted to get out, stretch my legs. There's some long stretches of road on this path, so we are not too far from my destination of Oatman. Actually never been there before too, and I love old mining towns and stuff like that, so this one's always been on my list. I think we're gonna go check it out right now. Let's go. What's up, buddy? There's the first wild donkey we'll see. Just a few miles from Oatman. Hard to believe that in these mountains, about 100 years ago, was the most prosperous mining town in the entire country. Nobody was pulling out more value out of the ground than right here in Oatman. Around 1910, 1930-ish. What's up, buddy? We got a little baby one. Hey, you. Man, they own the road here. No questions asked. That was a blind corner, too. Definitely behooves you to pay attention while driving around here. God damn. I don't know if I've ever seen this much wildlife in the road. And we have arrived in the town of Oatman. So many places you go to, they always warn you, you know, oh, watch out on the road, you might run into this kind of wildlife, or you might see this and there. Oatman, it's no joke. The donkeys here are all over the place. They are very much in the road. Definitely got to pay attention when you're driving through here, but it's also kind of part of the lore of the area, the touristy element. This was once an official Route 66 stop as well, long before they built the highways in the 1950s. This was the path everybody would take to get from Chicago to ultimately LA. But even though it's off the beaten path these days, the town of Oatman has survived. Yeah, let me just stop and get a little direction here. Okay, so if we want to get to Korea, we just go that way. Definitely some really scenic mountains surrounding this little ghost town as well. One of the older buildings in town, the Oatman Hotel. A creepy old building, and indeed many a ghost story has emerged from within it. Inside the Oatman Hotel, they got this little bar/restaurant with some really unique wallpaper. Apparently the tourists love to sign their name or something on a dollar bill and hang them up on the walls. As you can see, there is very little room left. So up here where the hotel rooms once stood is now this interesting gift shop. Yeah, this is cool. These are all former hotel rooms. You can tell by just the architecture in here. It's not meant to be a gift shop, but they have made lemons out of lemonade. So one of the claims to fame here at the Oatman Hotel is that Carole Lombard and Clark Gable once stayed here, apparently on or around their honeymoon, and here is the room they stayed in right here, still preserved, just like it was. Well, I doubt it had their pictures on it. Alright, let's head back downstairs. Look into this little ice cream shop here. This looks pretty good. Old wooden sidewalks going. Something no ghost town can do without. At its peak, Oatman once had more than 20 saloons to choose from here in town. Here's a look at one of the few remaining ones. Oh man, we got a feeding frenzy on our hands. See if I can find a more flattering angle.
Thank you.
Nice. I contributed.
You like them little blocks, don't they?
Huh?
They love them.
Yeah, it's just a hay, it's cute hay. Yeah.
Some happy burros. They're so chill. Just shy of domesticated.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, we got another wildlife sighting. Fabled rabbit. Hello, friend. You are a crafty bugger. Is that how they beg? Or what?
That's how they beg.
That's how they beg. So he's like stomping his foot. Oh my god. It's almost like a puppy in a way.
Come on, you doing there? What are you doing running away? Oh, okay. All right. So that's Eddie.
Come on, keep trying. Contrary to what those misguided folks were saying, that is Olive Oatman, much like the sign said, who is the reason the town is named Oatman. And she was a young girl from Illinois whose family was beaten to death by the local Yavapai Indian tribe. But her and her younger sister were actually taken in. They were treated as slaves for a while before ultimately being traded for a few horses and some blankets and stuff to the Mojave Indian tribe, with whom they had a much better experience. And later in life, young Olive actually expressed her fondness for that tribe, and they gave her these meaningful chin tattoos that had some significance within their culture. And if you've ever seen the show Hell on Wheels, the character of Eva was based on Olive Oatman, who was also kidnapped by Indians and had similar chin art. Good show, by the way. Got us a little shooting gallery. $3. It's a little steep. At $1, you've got my money, but not $3. Free mine museum, now we're talking. Oh, cool. Looks like there is actually a mine back here you can go in. Trying to negotiate my camera with my phone flashlight. Not too well lit in here. Oh, hope there's no bats. Okay, so it doesn't go too far back here. Oh, this is creepy. There's a little light hole. Oh, God. This is very uncomfortable. Oh, daylight. As far as old mining towns go, this one is pretty darn authentic. There are not too many modern buildings here. In fact, possibly not any at all, by the look of it. Rumors about the donkeys proved to be true. That was pretty satisfying. And like any old mining town, they've got a good little candy shop and ice cream store. You just gotta watch out you don't step on any burro poo. Oh, you can go right in front of me. Which way you want. Man, what a fun little stop. Oatman, Arizona. Heard of it many times. I didn't even realize it was so far west, kind of where I already was, heading down just south from Vegas, so had to stop. Gotta say, not only were the donkeys exactly how they show it online, but they were strangely adorable, like very mellow for the most part, and just totally chill with humans. You could feed them, you could pet them, and that seemed to be the highlight of the town. And I love old mining towns, but, you know, throw in wild donkeys. What's really unique is that the donkeys are actually descendants of the like worker donkeys from the mining And when the town became a ghost town, they just kind of unleashed the donkeys into the wild, and they thrived out here, and they've, you know, had babies and kept it going. And today we get to see the descendants of these old worker burros. They don't call them donkeys, they call them burros, but great little stop. Like old ghost towns, mining towns, historic Old West stuff, or if you just like petting zoos with zero liability or accountability, come on down to Oatman, pet yourself a burro. Hey donkey. Man, look at these mountains. Pointy. That's beautiful. This is why you gotta be careful. Sun right in your face. Freaking, and he just stops. He's like crossing, looks at me and stops. The burros run the show here, obviously. I couldn't leave without stopping to just appreciate some of this scenery a little more. Man, the sun's just hitting all these mountains just right. And my mirror is majestic. This dusk hour. Oh, where's all that road noise coming from, you ask? Well, right next to the main bridge, crossing over the Colorado. Heading from California into Arizona. Standing in Arizona at the moment. Looks to be a pretty cool train bridge. Almost looks two-tiered. I don't know what that lower part's for. Maybe just supports. And then you got the roadway right here. River down there. You ever wonder how people get out there and do this kind of graffiti? I just had to come down here and check it out, and sure enough, little path right there. You can just hop up on that ledge and kind of just creep out there. But boy, once you get to about right there, that is a good drop down. That water is at least, I don't even know, I can't tell distance, but maybe like 100 feet, 70 feet. Wouldn't want to fall from it. Some courageous artists. Saw some pretty good stuff today though. Started up pretty close to Vegas, got to check out the ghost town of Nelson. That was a cool treat, more than one way. And worked our way down to Oatman. Well, that wasn't even on the list, honestly. That was kind of an unscheduled stop, but I'd heard of it, saw that I was fairly close to it, and decided to make it happen. You know what? I'm glad I did, because I have not pet enough donkeys lately, and I got my quota in Oatman. Goodness. But I will say, ran into a lot of good BLM camping out there. From Oatman down here, I think we're getting pretty close to Havasu, and I'm gonna camp out somewhere around here for the night. Like I said, there's a lot of just open BLM dispersed camping and stuff, so this looks like the place to do it. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed checking out some of these ghost towns and mining towns and stuff. Got a bunch of cool stuff from Death Valley too, a couple videos back if you want to go there. We saw some great sights there earlier this week, and pretty good one. Pretty good road trip. Hope you enjoyed watching it. So, signing out. Take care.